Being a chef, you have to have the management skills. You know, being able to cost out a plate, being able to run your brigade. Hi, I'm Chef Rosie, and I am the chef owner of Provecho Grill in Menifee, California. My family has been in the restaurant business for the last 45 years. And when I was 9 years old, I was running chips and salsa at my uncle's restaurant, and all of a sudden I had an aha moment. And I knew at 9 years old that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a restaurateur. I wanted to have my own restaurant. Being a restaurateur and then becoming the chef, owner of my own restaurant, are two different things. As a restaurateur, I planned on coming in and having my own chef, just running the restaurant, being the hostess with the mostest, and doing what I've done for the last 40 years. And now being a chef, you're aware of everything. You're aware of the product that's coming in, the food that we're buying, the local farmers, being part of the community. So it's a lot more for me as a chef. There's more love, it's passion. So now it's my food that I'm actually serving. So it's my way of loving. There's 5 languages of love. Well, number 6 is the language of food. That's my language. When I first bought this restaurant, I had a chef that came with the restaurant. So my goal was to train him and develop him. And what I didn't know is that he had made an offer to buy the same restaurant. And 2 weeks later, after owning this restaurant, he hands me the key. I had 50 people inside the house already, and tells me, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. I guess it didn't feel right for him, and he walked out. And I remember thinking, like, oh my God, in the kitchen I didn't know where there were a spoon, a knife, a fork. Like, the kitchen was his kitchen. And I remember I had to feed the 50 people that were here. I had to make it happen. So I went, and at that very moment, a friend of mine came in who was, a cook from another restaurant. And I was just like, dude, get in the kitchen with me. And we knocked out the service, and we made it happen. And I remember going, oh my God, I can't believe it. It was the worst service we've ever had in the history of this restaurant. It was a nightmare, but we made it happen. And that night I decided I'm gonna be the chef of this restaurant, and I'll never be that vulnerable again, because I felt very vulnerable. And but now looking back, he did me a favor. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am now. Even though I graduated from culinary school, I didn't feel that I had earned the title chef. It took time, it took a lot of hard work, it took proving, not only to people, honestly, it's proving to yourself. Can you handle? Can you have that ability? Do you want to learn? You got to be hungry, and you got to be dedicated, and you have to know different products. You have to have that appreciation for what you're making. This is a seasonal menu. Our products are fresh, and I do change my menu, like every week, every other week. We always have features, but I wanted it to be a regional Mexican restaurant. I wanted to teach people that in Mexico, it's not just all tacos and burritos. Share my culture, my traditions, and what I learned from my travels. I'm able to come back and share it with the world. Work at something that you're passionate about, and regardless of what life hands you, do it anyway. I was a single mother. I got pregnant at 15 years old, and I always had that dream. And maybe it took me a little longer to get the restaurant and to do everything I wanted to do in my life. I never gave up. I always moved forward. So if you can work towards your dream every single day, eventually you'll get there.